Welcome to another episode of the Bludd Heart Podcast. Happy to be with you guys today. I did miss you, all right? I missed all of you. It's been a while, but you know, these 4-month seasons are killer, man. You know, I'm usually down. I play a lot of Diablo. I do like 2 months, you know, full time, grinding, blasting, playing hardcore, dying, making new characters, coming back to life, getting back at it. You know, we do the builds, we do build videos, we make guides for rifts, grifts, bounties, even goblin builds. We go hard, you know, it's not enough content for me to play really past 2 months, and then I branch off and do variety. So I've been playing all kinds of games. We just started playing Don't Starve together today on stream. Last week we beat Darkest Dungeon, which was not an easy feat. Very, very few players actually beat the game. I was looking at the Steam achievements and I felt proud of myself. So we got we have fun, you know, we find things to do to fill our time. I think with Immortal and Diablo 4 coming out, it's definitely going to make me busy. So I guess maybe I should enjoy it now, because once we get all this Diablo stuff coming out and possibly even another game, you know, I might be overwhelmed. As for right now, I have a little bit of time to branch out and play other things. So that's where my head's at. I also have a stock channel where I make videos, and that's kind of like my creative outlet right now. I've been investing in the market for many, many years now, since 2008 mostly. And yeah, that's been my creative outlet until, you know, the PTR hits. And then as soon as the Diablo PTR hits, you know, I'd be grinding and unwinding. So the Diablo PTR should be here any minute now. I don't think it'll be here before BlizzCon. BlizzCon, as of recording this, will be in about 2 weeks or so. I don't think it'll be before that. I hope not, because I'll be busy. I won't be making BlizzCon videos. I'll be making PTR videos, right? That's my one true love in life, is the Diablo 3 PTR. So yeah, expect a lot of BlizzCon content from me coming out next week, and I'm going to be streaming it as well. So yeah, a lot of BlizzCon videos analyzing the content. We're going to go over my predictions in this podcast. We're going to go through all the news that we do know of Blizzconline, is what it's called. But the Diablo 3 stuff will be here when the Diablo 3 content gets here, you know? And a lot of people ask me to bring my Let's Plays back to YouTube. Right now they're on Twitch. I will bring them back to YouTube. Due to popular demand, all my Let's Plays will be on YouTube. I know a lot of you guys were sad that you can't play them, you know, because your work blocks Twitch for whatever reason, but it doesn't block YouTube. So I'm going to revert, change my way of thinking, appease you guys, and hopefully, you know, it helps and you guys can watch it from work. If you're watching the video version of the podcast on YouTube, if I can get a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're watching or listening rather on Apple, a review of the podcast is always helpful. You know, I want to, especially with the new games like I was talking about coming out, we're going to get more and more consistent content as soon as the games come through. Like I have 1 game to cover right now. Pretty soon it's going to be 3 games to cover, at least. We don't know if there's going to be any other game, right? So right now it's looking like 3 games. So this episode is going to be mostly about Blizzconline, and then once the PTR comes out, it'll be about that. So, denizens of Azeroth, defenders of Sanctuary, that's us, okay? Heroes of Overwatch and the Nexus, we'd like to extend you a formal invitation to connect with your allies and rivals across the Blizzard community virtually during Blizzconline this February 19th through 20th. So it's going to be an online only event, completely free for everybody. That means we can watch it, stream it, we can hang out together. I'm going to be streaming it. I'm going to be live all day, just kicking back and enjoying the show with all of you, hopefully. Blizzconline is an all-digital community celebration and exhibition of Blizzard games and universes. A chance to get us together in an online world while circumstances keep us from gathering in the real one. I was really sad, you know, because I've been to 4 BlizzCons in a row. This would have been my 5th. So being able to at least watch it now, it's kind of still here, makes me feel good. And I'm curious if it's going to be every February, or they're going to skip this November and it's going to go next November, or I'm curious how they're going to do it. Is it February from now on, or is it going to revert back to November? So Maybe they'll let us know at BlizzCon. We'll be celebrating some fun milestones, shining a spotlight on epic things the Blizzard community has been up to, and sharing the latest Blizzard game news with everyone. So I think this is what we care about, Blizzard game news. Hopefully we get the Immortal stuff, mostly Diablo 4 stuff, right? All the heat, Overwatch 2. I'm really excited about Overwatch 2. It's a game I can play with my family and friends because it's just like a shooter RPG where you can level up your skills and you can work together to complete PvE objectives. When you play normal Overwatch, you're hating your teammates, but when you're playing against a computer, you might be working together a little bit more. You'll be able to watch the entirety of the show, not just the opening ceremony, the entirety of the show completely free through the BlizzCon website, where you can choose between 6 channels of content covering your favorite games. So I guess there might be like 2 panels playing at once or something, like how they normally do the convention. You'll be able to watch the show on your favorite streaming platforms, including Twitch and YouTube. Boom. You can watch it with me. I'll be switching back between different panels, I'm sure. So there's 2 days, right? On both days, we'll have a variety event and pre-produced segments planning to bring some of the BlizzCon spirit into your home. So day 1, this is mostly why I wanted to read it. Let you guys know what we're going to get access to for free and what day 1 and day 2 will be. So day 1 is at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Friday, February 19th. So right now it's the 8th of February. So literally not this Friday, next Friday we'll be streaming it live. It kicks off at 2 p.m. So that's 5 p.m. Eastern if you're in the States. Pretty cool. It's late for BlizzCon. Normally BlizzCon starts at 10 a.m. So that's way later, but it's online only. I don't know if it's going to run late or it doesn't have an end date actually. And then day 2 will be Saturday, and that's at noon Pacific or 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday, February 20th, with multiple channels once again until the fun wraps up later this afternoon. We'll be shining a spotlight on the global Blizzard community, including winners and outstanding entries in the community showcase contest. So there's going to be like all kinds of the normal contests that you have, like the cosplay, showing off art and all that stuff. I'm just trying to look for all the different panels, but yeah, it's going to be all the things that you would expect. Overwatch panel, Diablo Immortal panel, Diablo 4 panels, new releases, new content. Hopefully they give us release dates on Diablo 4 or like a window, like maybe 2021 fall or something, or I'm sorry, 2022 fall. It's not going to be this year. We'll get into that in a little bit. But you know what I mean? Like they'll give us at least a window of what they're thinking. So here's the key art. You have Hearthstone, and then you have World of Warcraft in front, StarCraft, Overwatch kind of in the back corner a little bit. And then I'm assuming this Deathwing is Heroes of the Storm, but obviously it's World of Warcraft as well. And then in the middle, right, the Sign of the Witch, the multicolored eyes, Lilith herself. She's in dead center of the art. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to make Diablo 4 the centerpiece of BlizzCon, but I'm predicting that they're going to make Diablo 4 the centerpiece of BlizzCon because they got Lilith right in center, right, staring us dead in our hearts, taking our blood away, mortals, claiming sanctuary for herself, destroying heaven and hell, finally getting her way. So that's what I think. I think it's going to be huge, heavy into D4. And I think that they will include Immortal as well. I don't think they'll put it aside like they did last year. Last year it was just D4 and they didn't talk about anything else. So that's kind of what I think about what's going to happen with Diablo in general. To get into my predictions about D4 and everything like that, if you don't know, they had a investor meeting. Blizzard's a publicly traded company, right? And they said Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2 are not releasing in 2021. Now, a lot of us already knew this and assumed because we just assumed, right? Based on what we know and the history of Diablo. I mean, it took 4 years for Diablo 3 to come out. And Diablo 4 is going to have, same thing, a brand new engine built from the ground up, tons of content, right? Zones, the graphics are better 10 years later, whatever. So we just kind of assumed, right? Based on the itemization has changed like 100 times since the announcement. We just assumed, a best case scenario. They didn't say anything about alpha in 2021, but best case scenario is we get alpha toward the end of the year, and that leads into a 2022 release. That's like a best case scenario, and that's what I'm hoping for. That's my prediction, my hopeful prediction for D4, is that maybe they announce an alpha this year, and then that's all we have to hope on. In terms of what they show us about D4, obviously I'm thinking they're going to show us a new zone, new systems. They're going to show us more monster families, like lore of the game, and kind of show us like behind the scenes and the artwork and things like that. But I have a feeling they're going to go deeper into PvP because we don't really know much about it. And I feel like it's a hot selling point for the video game, even though PvP doesn't always work out the way games intend to. It's hard to nail PvE and PvE together. I think that they're going to talk about PvP. That's one of my predictions, I guess. And they're going to they've already hinted and kind of confirmed that we're going to get a new class, and they're going to announce it a little bit. I think during the last blog, they said that the character screen was going to update. So there should be a new character announced. Now, after they announced Diablo 4 in 2019, I predicted that we would get one holy class and one ranged DPS, because not releasing a ranged DPS in an RPG is weird, really weird. So it could be an Amazon, it could be a rogue. I would say I would lean toward rogue, because the rogue could be like an assassin and a ranged, but so can Amazons too, right? Amazon would be a little bit more hype, but the rogue kind of fits the bill for something kind of different, and it kind of is like an ode to D1. The rogue was in Diablo 1, and it's kind of nice to have representation across the board. For the holy class, I'm thinking I would want a cleric, something that's different. I think it's weird. I know I have strong opinions, but somebody has to, right? I'm a content creator, man. What do you want, right? So I think it's weird that they don't have a new class yet in D4. Like, if they just keep giving us the same stuff, whereas every Diablo game before it introduced new classes, right? Where we had Diablo 1 was new classes, Diablo 2 had new classes, Diablo 3 had new classes. So I would do like a cleric, man, some kind of badass like battle healer. What like Disc Priest do, maybe like an atonement. You like put an atonement on the target, and you're like this battle healer. That would be really cool and thematic. And there's kind of like a priest in the trailer for D4, so that would kind of fit in a little bit maybe to what they're trying to accomplish. And exorcising demons or whatever from exorcising them from Sanctuary is kind of dope. So I think I would want something unique, but most likely it's going to be the Paladin and the Amazon. But I would want like a cleric or something different. Even an angel class. I mean, with, the children of Tyrael, right? Like, I mean, Tyrael's lived on Sanctuary. Maybe he got down. Maybe he got busy with some of the ladies and the disciples of Tyrael or something, where he showed them how to maybe, I don't know, or his sons passed down the angel power, or he showed them how to harness this heavenly power, and they can do some of the abilities that the angels could do on a small form or something. I think that would be pretty dope, like to be a Nephilim angel or something, like a Hercules, right? He's like a demigod. So I would want a cleric or an angel class, but we're probably going to get the Paladin, which is still cool, and we're probably going to get the Amazon, but I'd be cool if they did a rogue instead. And I guess my other big prediction for the Diablo franchise is, let's talk about the demo first. So in 2019, they announced Diablo 4. I was there. I got to play it extensively, stream it. You can watch it on YouTube. Just type in Bloodshed Diablo 4. I'm sure it'll pop up. D4 in my chat. And then we have a whole playlist. Anyway, this is a long shot. But what if we get to download another Diablo 4, like a D4 demo from Battle.net? This is a long shot. That'd be so cool, man. They did that with WoW Classic, and I know, WoW Classic's already been out and released in an old game. And but that'd be so cool, man. That would be like a dream to be able to stream D4 again, but like from home, and everybody else could play too. And like maybe the new zone with the new class that they're probably going to announce, and just tell people it's for a weekend only, or I'd want it up forever. But yeah, just tell people like there's a technical demo, like this is an old build. Don't get your panties in a bunch. This is just to let people play D4 to get a sample of it. That'd be cool to be able to do that. So that would be another prediction. And another prediction I have is that they've been saying for years, by 3 they come. Like in the trailer. And, in 2018 we had Diablo Immortal announced. That's 1. In 2019 we had Diablo 4 announced. That's 2. And so now the next BlizzCon, I think it'll be another game. Now, the easy answer is to say Diablo 2. Like, that's all everybody's been regurgitating for years, right? Like, nobody gets credit for predicting Diablo 2. Like, Jason Schreier or whoever. I mean, they've been saying it for years. I guess it's like, at some point, they're going to, remake it or remaster it. Like, it's just, okay, they remastered D1, right? So, you can play D1 in, like, 1080p with DirectX 11, I believe. So, I mean, yeah, okay, somebody's going to, but that's not a prediction, right? Like, so I predict it's going to be a new game. It's going to be a Dark Souls game or a Diablo RPG type of Skyrim or Assassin's Creed type game. I think it'll be a whole nother game that nobody sees coming. I don't know where they find time to make this, or, how secret they're keeping it, but I think it's like, or they talk about the Netflix series. It'll be something huge, I think. I think a Netflix series will be huge because people will think of it like The Witcher or like Castlevania. So a brand new Diablo game or like a TV show, Netflix series. And because I really believe in the by 3 they come, they were like slowly memeing us, right? And they have said we have multiple. I feel like I'm yelling, but I'm super passionate about Diablo. I'm sorry. I know this is not as enjoyable. I get nerdy and excited. By 3 they come, and they have mentioned multiple times where they've said we have multiple projects in the works. And we've only seen 2, so wouldn't they say we have a couple of projects, They said we have multiple projects. So I think we're going to see the multiple, I think multiple doesn't mean, it does mean 2, but I feel like it means more. Like we're working on a few things, or we have a couple projects. They said we have Brandy said we got multiple projects. So I'm thinking it's going to be a big banger announcement, whether it's a show or a movie or something to really drive home the by 3 they come. So that would be my predictions, is whole new game. If we're lucky, a demo, right? Obviously the normal stuff like new class, new zones, a PvP focus and things like that for the Diablo franchise. Obviously, for Diablo Immortal, if you don't know, they confirmed on the conference call as well, we're going to get the release of Immortal this year, which is great, which would increase my content because now I can make builds and guides and things for multiple games. I have multiple videos coming for you guys, okay? Just wait. So there's going to be another alpha or beta test, 1 or 2 more this year before the release. So I don't know when that's coming, but we should see another testing phase. You can go to the website and sign up right now to hopefully get in for the testing phase so you can play alongside me. I streamed the last one for 2 weeks. And yeah, man, I had to get freaking elbow pads because I had my arms propped up on the desk for 10 hours streaming Immortal, right? It was exhausting. The things I do, right? I got to get some elbow pads. Like look dressing like Tony Hawk to go stream. I'm assuming with Diablo Immortal, we're going to get a panel, at least one panel, talking about like a new class that they're going to come out with. Same thing, new zones. There's if you've seen the alpha demo, if you've seen me stream it, there's a Paragon tree that's blocked out. It's hidden that nobody can see. They probably will talk about the hidden tree that's there, talk about the end of the story. We didn't get to see the end of the story. So it'll be pretty cool to kind of maybe tie up loose ends and get Immortal underway, because I think the game's really good and I'm excited to try it out. And I'm excited for that controller support, man. With my elbows, I'm gonna get. They had like they're not red right here. You can see if you're watching the video version. They were like raw. I know I'm just complaining, but man. So I'm hoping for that controller support. I know a lot of people are pulling for it, and they did mention it in a Reddit AMA that they are gonna look into it, and hopefully they can get it down and get it working to a level that they're happy with. As far as Diablo 3, I mean, the D3 info usually comes out separate than the other games. I think even when they had Grey Hallow Island, remember when they added that a while ago, like 5 years ago? They don't really talk about it, or they had like so much content. They added new sets to the game for every class. They never talk about it at BlizzCon. I just feel like they're moving on to the next. You know, they're not really kind of bringing it up. We had a new patch last BlizzCon, and they didn't even tell us. It was just on the showroom floor, and that's when like me, Fluff, and P-Child went and tested it. So we were doing like PTR testing at BlizzCon on the showroom floor. Demos, because they had the patch playable on the demo, but not, we couldn't play it, online on PC. It was just there at BlizzCon. So we were looking at all the buffs and nerfs and tweeting it out. So it is, you know what I mean? They never talk about it. It's there, but it's just not part of the convention. I don't know if they think of the game's old. I mean, the game's like 8 years old now, so maybe that's just what it is. It's what. Over 8 years. It's going to be 9 years in a month maybe. So it's just been around, and but they could announce that D2, and that would be big enough too for the by 3 they come thing. So I'm excited to see how it all pans out here. They did remaster Warcraft 3, and like I talked about, they had the Diablo 1 remaster. Another company did that, but it turned out pretty good. We streamed it and had some fun with it. Even though the sound effects are from the 90s, it sounds like one of those keychains with all the different. Have you guys ever seen them? Any boomers in chat where they have like each button has like a different sound effect, like one's lasers and then one's like explosions or whatever. The sound effects, I think the game came out in like 94? So that's a long time ago, man. 1994. So you can only imagine the recording software and the sound effect level back then. You know what I mean? They did their best with what they had, let's just say. All right, let's talk about the Celebration Collection BlizzCon bundle. Now, there's 3 different packs you can buy. As we talked about, the whole convention's free. You can watch it. I can even stream it to everybody. We can kick it and all that. But, it looks like they're going to sell the digital stuff again, which I think is totally fine. And there was some people that were upset about it, but I mean, man, or they wanted to, even like people that don't normally complain were like, I wish I could just buy the Diablo stuff because there's some cool stuff coming, even though we can't see it. This current Diablo team made those Lilith wings, and they're pretty badass, right? They were at least overseed the art team who made the wings, and they gave us those galactic wings. So this current D3 team has kicked some ass in terms of transmog, the Paj Monk. Some of those new sets are badass, right? I mean, the Typhon set leaves something to be desired. Okay, the Typhon set looks hilariously bad, but there's a lot of good moments. There's a lot of good things on the new sets, right? So I'm going to show you what we get, right? I'm just going to stick up to the Diablo stuff because that's what we care about, right? So for $19.99, we're scrolling down. You get a coupon off the Blizzard store. You get Overwatch loot boxes, yada, yada, yada. You get a Diablo 3 pet coming soon. So the pets have been hit or miss in D3. Like we got the weird lizard in the jar pet, which is kind of cool and weird. We got the Woobat, right? There's like that swolled up Woobat. And then we got the Book of Cain, which is funny. I thought it was clever and funny. So for $20, you get a bunch of stuff. Hearthstone cards, Overwatch, all that, blah, blah, blah. And you get a Diablo 3 pet. And as soon as all this comes into the game, I'm going to do videos and showcase them for you guys. I have every single transmog in the game, every pair of wings, and I'm going to add these to my collection. And I already bought it in a heartbeat, For $39.99, so you double it, and then we doubled it from $20 to $40. You get a WoW mount and you get wings in Diablo 3. All this is coming soon. We don't know what they look like. So if you're listening to the audio version of the podcast, we can't see anything either. We're looking at the website. Diablo 3 wings. Now, like I said, they gave us those Lilith wings because she was the focal point. I don't know what kind of wings they're going to give us this time. If they announce a paladin, are they going to give us like holy wings? If they announce an Amazon or a rogue, are they going to be some kind of cloak or shadowy wing? What would be cool to have are Malthael wings. Like those gray smoky wings are super dope, and like I feel like that would be great. You know, I mean, we like those kind of wings. I feel like I don't know, like they have a lot of wings from like the China market that they could pull from or get ideas from. So I'm curious to see what they come up with these wings. Those Lilith wings were cool, and I'm curious. Yeah, so it kind of sets the bar for me. And then some people are just going to pay $40 just for these wings. Yeah, I think the price is justified because we don't have a cash shop. We never spend money on any of this stuff. So, you know, I guess I feel like I put over 10,000 hours in the game and I never spend money on anything. Whereas the last 2 seasons of PoE, I dropped like $200 total, like averaging $100 a season, right? So because they have a juicy MTX shop. So I feel so repressed with Diablo. I'm just throwing my money already at them, right? So $20 pet, $40 wings. Or for $20 more, you're already here, right? You know how they get you, right? You're already down $40. What's $20 more, man? I mean, come on, right? For $20 more, you get 30 days of WoW game time, which if you play WoW is like a wash because it's $15 for $20 is not that bad of a trade-off. And then you get 5 more Hearthstone cards, 3 golden loot boxes in Overwatch, and a transmog in Diablo 3. So it's a full transmog set. I don't know if it's every piece or, yeah, I mean, it's a set, right? So it has to be, you know, all the main pieces, the boots, the legs, the chest, the shoulders, and the helm, and the gloves, right? It has to be a full set. It says transmog set, but I guess it could be a 3-piece set. I don't want to just assume that it's going to be a full garb. So this transmog set, again, could be themed based off of what we get in Immortal or in Diablo 4. So like if the Immortal class is something, I don't know, it could be based on it. Well, all the Immortal classes have been Diablo 3 classes, so I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to be a Diablo 4 transmog set. So, I mean, it could be a, I don't know, Imperious or, yeah, maybe Imperious set? Imperious and Lilith? Or a Lilith transmog set? I don't know. We already have the wings. What if we get the transmog to go with it? Or I really think it's going to be based on the classes. That's my prediction because it just kind of adds to the hype. If they just give us some random thing, it wouldn't make sense, but it would still be cool. Like if it was just like, I don't know, here's a Deckard Cain set. I mean, that would be cool too. So let me know what you guys think if you're on the YouTube version. Let me know what you, like, let's get the guesses in, right? Even if you're listening to the audio version, you can jump on my YouTube channel and just comment. Let's get some predictions, right? Okay, so for the transmog set, I'm predicting that they're going to announce a rogue for D4. And then it'll be a transmog rogue set. And then the wings will be holy wings based on whatever the hell holy class that they add. And then the pet, what would the pet be? The pet would be, let's just go with something random. Oh, maybe the pet will be the Diablo Immortal cover, the demon on the cover. Yeah, the pet will be the little the Diablo Immortal cover demon, whatever his name is. I honestly have no idea. Let me bring it up here on the video. This dude right here. This crazy dude, right? He's like the only picture that we have. Like this isn't Diablo. This is just freaking Rathalos or whoever he is. I think those are my predictions for the transmogs. Let me know in the comments below. And if somebody guesses all 3, I'll do like a gift card or something, man. I don't care. I'll hook it up, right? Even if you guess something super out of nowhere, you know, let me know. We'll get a contest going or something in the comments, right? That just about sums up Blizzconline, you know. like I said, if you guys are free, you want to hang out, we're going to be watching it live. You get a community who loves Diablo and give you unbiased advice. You know, I'll roast it, man, in a second if something's going sideways. Yeah, it'll be a fun time. I'll be playing all day. We'll be watching it all day, rather, getting some snacks together, just chilling, enjoying the convention. That'll be Friday and Saturday, like we talked about. I'll probably go live at least 2-3 hours before the convention. You know, I'll be live. It goes live at, I think, 2 p.m. we talked about. I'll be live at least by 11, probably even 10. You know, I'll just be probably playing something, hanging out with the community, getting ready, watching any kind of pre-shows that they have. Sometimes they have like pre-shows or whatever. And then Saturday, I'll be live early as well. It goes live at noon my time, noon Pacific. So I'll probably be live at 9 in the morning, even 3 hours beforehand, just getting ready, building the hype, getting excited. Because I want to know the announcements too. And I want to know if I'm going to be able to play the demo. I want to know when the alpha's coming for D4. When's Immortal releasing? I want all the juicy details, right? And then I'll probably make videos of it each day, if I can at night, for the following day. So you probably see a video Saturday at some point, and then Sunday, and then maybe Monday. And it depends on the amount of content and my thoughts. You'll definitely see or hear a podcast episode about everything. But I think that just about does it. You know, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thanks for all the support and everything like that. Thanks for spending some time with me on this episode. And I look forward to the post BlizzCon podcast, because then we could really see how far off we were on everything, or how close we were, rather, even, and who in the comments actually guessed it right. Don't forget, if you could like the video, I really appreciate it. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you're interested in stocks, I have a secondary stock channel I'm going to put in the YouTube description. And I need to make maybe a tab on my website just to keep it all separate. And I even have like a paid channel in Discord for all my buy and sell alerts, right? So it's been keeping me entertained and busy while the Diablo content's, slowing down. I can make other videos and then come back to it. So I'm babbling. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Bludd Heart Podcast. I'm your host, Bluddshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.